The day my parents divorced, two agreements sat on the table. One meant staying with my gambling addict father in the old neighborhood. The other meant moving to the coast with my mother and her rich new husband. In my previous life, my little sister Chloe cried and chose mom, so I stayed behind with dad. Years later, dad quit gambling and became wealthy. Everyone said I was lucky. What they didn't know was that I paid for that miracle with my life. I worked myself to exhaustion to cover his debts while a brain tumor slowly killed me. I coughed up blood in secret just to keep debt collectors from breaking down our door. Meanwhile, Chloe was trapped in a mansion with an emotionally abusive stepfather until depression consumed her. This time, after being reborn, Chloe rushed to hug dad first. "Jade, you go with mom," she said sweetly. "I'll stay here and take care of dad." I almost laughed. She thought she'd stolen the winning lottery ticket. What she actually grabbed was a sinking ship, so I quietly took the train ticket and left. Mom picked me up in a black Mercedes, already annoyed by my existence before I even got in. "Don't dirty the seats," she snapped. By the time we reached the coastal villa, night had fallen. The house was huge, spotless, and cold enough to feel like a graveyard. That was where I met my stepfather again, Robert Henderson, the same man Chloe once described as a monster. But when I looked at him this life, I noticed something strange. He looked sick, pale skin, hollow eyes, a body that carried the scent of slow decay. He barely acknowledged me. "Don't make noise," he said flatly. That was all. Mom, meanwhile, acted like a servant desperate to please him. She monitored every step I took, terrified I'd upset her wealthy husband, so I made myself invisible. I moved into an abandoned storage room just because it faced south and got sunlight. The tumor made me cold all the time. Sunlight was the only thing that still felt warm. Days passed quietly, until Chloe called. Dad had discovered the missing passbook containing the $5,000 I earned washing dishes. My medical fund. Now they wanted it back for cigarettes and gambling. "You don't care if dad dies," Chloe screamed through the phone. Behind her, I heard crashing bottles and dad cursing me like I was garbage. I simply hung up. This life, I wasn't sacrificing myself for anyone anymore. But the stress triggered another nosebleed. Blood poured down my face so fast I barely made it to the bathroom sink. As I scrubbed the blood away, the door suddenly opened. Robert Henderson stood there silently. For a moment, neither of us spoke. Then he handed me a clean towel. "You should see a doctor," he said. I lied and told him it was nothing, but his eyes lingered on the blood in the sink. And then, unexpectedly, his voice softened. "You don't have to survive by enduring everything alone." I froze, because in 2 lifetimes, he was the first person who had ever noticed I was dying.